Joyce DiCarlo. Or as some of us have like to call it, it's about freaking time. You see, Mike and Joyce have been together over 11 years. 11 years, dude. I don't know what you're clapping about. I'd have bought the ring after 11 minutes. I gotta wait forever. Anyway, Mike, Joyce, and their families would like to thank everyone for making it here tonight to the beautiful and elegant Westbury Manor. Speaking of beautiful and elegant, how about a hand for our bride here? Not you, Mike. Before we continue, Michael and Joyce would like to recognize all those who have passed on and cannot be with us this evening. So please join them in a moment of silence as we remember Joyce's parents, John and Joyce DiCarlo, Nicolette and Alexandria's father, Richard, Michael's brother-in-law, Benny, and close friends, Nicole Hendrickson and John Gorman. Thank you. And up new, Jody. Although these very special loved ones cannot be with us in body, we know they are here tonight in spirit, as Michael and Joyce become husband and wife. On a lighter note, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Mike's parents, Joel and Marilyn Lasecco, who just recently celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary. Congrats to them. Awesome. And, you know, just recently Marilyn gave her son Michael some pretty spot-on advice about marriage. She said, Mike, do you know what the secret to a long and happy marriage is? To ignore each other. It's worked for her and Joel for over 50 years, so she must be onto something. Now, when you're planning the greatest night of your life, you want to surround yourself with the very best people in your life. And that is what Mike and Joyce have done here tonight. You know, the wedding planner, when he was stocking the bar for tonight, he asked Joyce if the people from Deer Park were heavy hitters. Well, as I look around this room, I think I can speak for most of us when I say, yeah, pretty much. It's just too bad there aren't any Italians here, right? Shame. No? Are there? Well, besides performing the ceremony this evening, Mike and Joyce, top of all the other tasks, also asked me to give an after-dinner toast later. You know, to thank every single one of you for coming. I said, sure, why not? Just add it to the list. Now, seriously, like a good friend, I said yes, again, but I'm not waiting till after dinner. I'm going to do it right now, my own little Scotty spin on it, a little inspiration from my buddy Shams, and I apologize if I left a few people out, but some of your names are just way too hard to rhyme with. I'm talking about you, Von Braunsbergs, wherever you are. You guys here? No clue. Anyway, here goes. Bear with me. You guys wanted this. I see Laseccos, DiCarlos, Ladonas, and Caldones. Otimos, DeLucas, Garganos, and Capones. Albanos, Fortinis, DeRosas, and DiNardos. Bonaceras, Rivatusos, Segretos, and Lombardos. What's up, Pat Murphy? Got at least one Irishman. I see the greatest of families and the bestest of friends, like Jody, Prescia, Rugen, John Parisi, and Lorenz. The Millers, the Rubios, John Catt and Janine, the Hogersons and Gormans, they're all on the scene. The Weeks, the Garfinkles, and the Rubies, woohoo! Pete Client, Dawn Verdi, and the OPPs too. Lindsay and Anthony, the Bodes and the Bella. They're all here tonight to see Joyce marry this fella. Tonight will be exciting and definitely not boring, especially with the Hoffmans, the Posners, and Torrens. The Rybacks, the Fodis, Strafassis, and Cias. Gonzalez's, Nardos, Iacones, and Delias. The Trulios and Warrens, Maria and Steve. The Baranowskis and Bequicchios. We're never going to leave. So many people have come here tonight because we love our Joycey and Mike. You like that? And now there is only one thing left to do. Let's get on with this show and marry these two. You really like it? Good. That was your gift. Now, just so everyone is aware, the cocktail hour this evening starts at 7 o'clock and ends at 8:30. So it's actually a cocktail hour and a half. Just what we need. followed by your standard 4-hour wedding until 12:30, and then the bar down the hall has agreed to stay open for another 2 hours on top of that. Don't worry, Sean, separate checks, buddy. That's one, Sean. Yep, this place is definitely set up for some heavy hitters. Speaking of heavy hitters, at her first wedding, apparently our little angel Joyce here got into a bit of fisticuffs with one of the bouncers. Who knew they had bouncers at weddings back then? I don't know. I believe she broke his nose. Going to move on. Yeah, in fact, Joyce is still not allowed to step foot in the Uniondale Marriott Hotel. To this day. Also, check this out. I learned this also. At Joyce's first wedding, famous New York Jets defensive lineman Joe Klecko was in her wedding party. And at this wedding, she's got Sean Miller. Miller, Klecko. Personally, I think Klecko's funnier. Just me. Seriously though, when Mike asked me to perform this ceremony, I said yes. But I asked him why. He said, and I quote, I need you to make me laugh. Because, you know, everyone's going to be looking at me all night. I don't want to be nervous. Yes, that's cute. Listen, Mike, I love you and all, but have you seen your bride tonight? Nobody's looking at you. So, on a more personal note, I have the honor of calling Michael one of my best friends for the past 25 years. And that's why I agreed to do it. I met Mike back in the glory days of the early 90s, when he would pick me up and take me to such classy bars and establishments like the Cozy Cabin, the Den, and of course my personal favorite, and I know it's Frankie Caldone's too, Your Place, My Place. Yeah, karaoke night, let's wear our cowboy hats. Now, not only did he pick me up all those nights, but he also drove me home. Yeah, good friend, right? Unfortunately, this was no ordinary ride home. And my mother certainly didn't appreciate it all that much, because Mike wouldn't drop me off in the driveway like a normal person. Nope. He would drive right across the entire front lawn, stop his car in front of the door, wake me up and say, "You home?" My mom would just stare out the door in shock and shake her head. She knew it was him. Now, as for my good buddy Joyce Poo here, I don't think I have to tell anyone how awesome she is. Mike is definitely a very lucky man. To truly get a sense of how beautiful a woman Joyce is, both inside and out, though, you don't need to look any further than the two amazing daughters she has raised, Nicolette and Alexandria. There's a lot of things I love about Joyce, but perhaps one of my favorite is that she has absolutely no idea how to delete her Facebook statuses after somebody steals her phone and updates her status to usually something bathroom related. Mike Joyce, in all sincerity, it is both an honor and a privilege to perform your ceremony as ordained minister. I have no doubt that both Mike and Joyce will be an excellent husband and wife, because whenever we go out, I always notice how loving and affectionate they are with each other, and believe me, it's a great thing to see. Now, before Joyce DiCarlo officially becomes Joyce Losecco and ultimately becomes the new J-Lo, hold it. I said boom, 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 and let me hear you say J-Lo. J-Lo. Boom, 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 and let me hear you say J-Lo. J-Lo. Girl, you're... Never mind. Allow me to quickly recap the story of how they met. It's a simple love story, and the number 4 plays a very important role. You see, they first met at the club restaurant called 4 on Route 110, where one night Joyce caught Michael's eye. And so Mike, being the ever so smooth operator that he was, he pulled the old, "Hey baby, if you give me your number, I'll memorize it, and I'll call you. I won't even write it down." Yeah, real slick, buddy. Well, as cheesy as that was, it worked, because here we are tonight. And in keeping with the theme of the number 4, the wedding song that Mike and Joyce have chosen to dance to for the first time as husband and wife is a hit song by the 4 Tops, entitled "I Believe in You and Me." But more important than all of this is that Mike made sure to include both Nicolette and Alexandria when proposing to Joyce, thus making it the 4 of them. And that brings us to the moment right here. Michael and Joyce, the step you are both about to take is the most important step in which 2 human beings can take. It is a union of 2 people, founded upon mutual respect and affection. Your lives will change and your responsibilities will increase, but your joys will be multiplied if you are sincere and earnest with your pledge to one another. It is the wish of everyone here today that your marriage bring each of you much happiness. However, happiness in marriage doesn't just happen. You both must work on it. You must always remember to say, I love you, hold hands whenever you get the chance, and at no time take the other person for granted. Married life together will be sometimes playful and effortless. It can even be frustrating and difficult. But each day your relationship will strengthen if you choose to love and honor one another. Now, over the years, I've discovered a few very wise and powerful quotes about love and marriage. One is, you don't marry the person you can live with, you marry the person you cannot live without. Another is, love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking together in the same direction. Perhaps my favorite quote is a very simple one that a very good friend of ours was always fond of saying, love is love. Mike and Joyce, by this ceremony you will become husband and wife, but the soul of your marriage depends on the constant renewal of the choices and promises out of love for one another that you both make here today. Are you both ready to make those promises now? I hope so. We're all here. What do you think, everybody? Are we ready for these two to be married? Ready? All right.
Come on, Scotty, let's go.
Thanks, Joey. I know, cocktail hour. I had money on Lorenz being the first one to call out. All right. It's time for our ring ceremony. Only a half hour left. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mike's best man, Chris, and Joyce's maids of honor, Nicolette and Alexandria, to come up for our ring ceremony. Mike, please take Joyce's ring. Rings, plural. Sorry, Joyce wanted two. Shocker. This might take longer than expected. Sorry, Joey. Gently place both rings on her ring finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed. What's some feeling next time? Joyce, got this. Joyce, please take Mike's ring. It's only got one. Gently place it on his ring finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I thee wed. Mike and Joyce, at this time, please join both hands. Look into each other's eyes. It's the hard part. Your response will be, I do, because you didn't want to repeat after me. To you, Michael, take Joyce to be your lawfully wedded wife, to cherish in love and in friendship, in strength and in weakness, in success and in disappointment. Do you promise to love her faithfully, today, tomorrow, and for as long as you both shall live? And to you, Joyce. Oh, hesitation, everybody. That's all right. We're not doing this again, so. You good? And to you, Joyce, take Michael to be your lawfully wedded husband, to cherish in love and in friendship, in strength and in weakness, in success and in disappointment. Do you promise to love him faithfully, today, tomorrow, and for as long as you both shall live? I need a drink. Michael and Joyce, insomuch as you two have consented together today in wedlock, and pledged your vows to each other before all these witnesses, then by the power vested in me by the state of New York and universalministries.com, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. They're each holding a little mini bottle of Prosecco, so round of applause. Joey, you can go drink.